Hi everyone. Let me quickly show you how you can use this LLM Open Connector, which has been released recently by Salesforce. And the purpose of this LLM Open Connector is to bring your LLMs into the Einstein AI platform through the models builder. And what this LLM Open Connector basically is, it's a open API specification, which allows you to implement an REST API endpoint according to the API specification standard to bring in any type of LLM you're running, either in your private cloud or public cloud, or even behind the firewalls on premise. So I will show you how you can easily integrate LLMs using MuleSoft. So let's first take a look on the API specification, which you can find on GitHub Einstein platform API specification LLM Open Connector. And you have this YAML. I have downloaded it already. So I can go now into Anypoint Design Center and import this YAML quickly. In Design Center, I can click Create Import from File. Give it a name. So let's say we are going to bring in Groq LLM. And we will be using the API specification, which I downloaded, imported, and that should be it. There might be one error I need to quickly fix. This is regarding the version. So this need to be this, and here we will just terms of services something, yeah, at least not an empty string. And now I can quickly test out the API specification directly here in Design Center and see if I receive a response. This looks good, so I can quickly publish it from here. And the moment it is published, I can implement it using either Code Builder or Anypoint Studio. I will use Anypoint Studio to implement this. So the API spec is published. I can quickly check if it exists in Anypoint Exchange. It's for Groq, that's fine. Now I can go here and implement this API. So I will start a new Mule project, and in the Mule project, I will enter the name. So let's say BYOLLM, and I will say it's a Groq provider. We will add the API spec from here. So let's look for Groq, and I should have it. Just click on finish. Anypoint will do now the magic on scaffolding the API. And now I can use it. So basically what I would be doing is normally I would use our MuleSoft AI chain connector. But as part of this project, and especially now with this LLM open connector, we will also see that there are new connectors we are working on. So you have the possibility to use AWS Bedrock connector to bring in the Amazon Bedrock models in. You can use the MuleSoft AI chain connector to bring in any Hugging Face or other models in. Or you can even go and use the Mac Inference connector, which is more providing you access to inference APIs like Groq, like you have Open Router and few others. So we will be using one of these. So let me bring in the Mac Inference connector to show you how it works. You can see we have here 3 operations, but the purpose of this connector is to provide you the variety of inference APIs to interact with. Let me show you what this means. So when we go here to the connector itself, Mac Inference, you can see these are the options we have: GitHub, Open Router, Portkey, Groq. So I will be using Groq. The API key I can just enter quickly, and also here in terms of models, I will be using the Gamma 29B IT, or I can even get the model from payload.model. That's the place where the model is stored. I can also get the payload temperature if I want. I will keep those static for now. Let me just grab this Groq API key and continue here. I've saved my Groq API key. Now I can return back here And we are going to use the chat answer prompt operation here, where I will be providing here the messages. We need content, and it will be the content, the first content provided. That should be it. I can remove the logger from here. And I need a transform message as well to see that this operation is feeding into the right properties. So I can see here we have total count for prompt, which the API specification is expecting. So I'm passing these information directly to the API specification parameters. So input token is prompt token, completion token is output token, and total token is token. We have here created. I can use basically now, and then this should be as number. What else do we have? We have here the message, and message should be payload.response. That is fine. Object is chat completion. And then we have also the model name. Let me edit here. So I will go with, I think I can bring this in. I have to save it first. Let me put in here a variable which I can use. So set variable. Before I do anything, I want to save the model, and this should be under payload.model, and then I can use it here as well. So model should be vars.model, and probably that's it. Here I can also write the role I don't need to write. That would be it. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's save it, run it first locally to test it out here. Meanwhile, the application is starting up. Let me just also use here the right model. So it was Gamma 2 9BIT, I think. Let's quickly check. The rest should be fine. We can go here and quickly check it. Yeah, that looks good. So let's return here, and we can fire this request. And we are receiving some response. That's nice. And that means we are ready. So let's deploy this application to CloudHub. Let me get it here. We will deploy the app here to CloudHub. And let me give it a name, and then we can return. So I will choose sandbox. In the sandbox environment, that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Let's hit deployment and now wait until the application is deployed. So the application is deployed. Let me just close the window here, go into CloudHub, and we can see the application is up and running. I will just test it quickly locally to see if everything is fine. Just paste the link here and we should be fine. We should receive basically the same feedback. The capital of Switzerland is Bern. Yeah, that's totally fine. Now I can copy the URL and go into Salesforce to implement it in the model builder. So let's go into Salesforce, into Data Cloud, and here we have the Einstein Studio. I need to add a generative AI model. You can see these are the ones which are out of the box available. I will add a new foundation model. And from here, you can see next to those providers, Google, Amazon, OpenAI, and Azure OpenAI, I have also something like connect to your LLM. I will enter here my endpoint. Sorry, that's the wrong place. Here I will enter my endpoint, and here I can say it's a Groq provider. We have API key. I had the API key fixed in my environment. That should be fine. And now I can connect. Say that's fine. Model failed to save. Let me quickly check if I'm missing on something. Let me name it Groq, let's say LLMs, like this. This should be fine. And here I think I need to provide a name because this is fully parameterized on my side. So that's the name, the default name. Let's try to connect. This looks better. And we should now be loaded into. That's good. And now I can immediately start creating my new configuration. And the configuration will be, this is gamma 29B ET. That's this model. Let me just enter it here. And I can also create additional models with other names. Like I can, I think I need to close, and now let's say new configuration, and I can create the next model, which is this one. So now I have two models for the same. Let me try it out. So let's say, what is the capital of Switzerland? Generate. I should use the other model. So it says this one. We see total tokens, and I have here the debug option as well to see the response highlighted here. And that's it. Let me save it. Oh, that's already done. So close it and see, these are my two models. I will check the other one as well. Edit. What is the capital of Germany? Generate. And here we can see this is basically what we are receiving. Update. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So that's it. That was how you can easily integrate the Groq LLMs into Einstein Studio as foundational models using MuleSoft and MuleSoft AI chain connectors.